the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos have agreed to trade for Russell Wilson. Blaine, I think it involves sending 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, a 5th round, Drew Lock, and a couple other players in the washing machine.
No, so I said it was
Shelby Harris and Noah Fant.
I said to me the trade looks like him, and Blaine, I know the Booster Coach probably had about the gambling thing. But I think you got 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, a 5th rounder, a washing machine, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant.
Okay, yes. So my question to you now, Russell Wilson still has to sign off on this and waive the no trade clause, and he has to pass a physical, all that kind of stuff. So as we enter 5 big questions here, I actually want to bifurcate this and ask 2. One is AFC West. Is this the greatest collection of quarterbacks in the country, which is I know is an easy answer for you. And 2, who wins this trade?
Yeah, in the country? How about it's the best division of quarterbacks the NFL's ever seen.
In the history?
In the history.
Even when Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Matt Ryan were in the NFC South. Because I think they overlapped
from a depth standpoint, you name 3. I'm about to name you the whole league. Mahomes, Derek Carr, Herbert, and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, look,
it's valid. You got a 9-time Pro Bowler. I can go down this. Herbert has his ceiling so high, it looks like the top deck of the Titanic. That's how high this dude's ceiling is. To me, the AFC West is an absolute witch factory right now. I'm so excited to see the competition. I mean, when Derek Carr, listen, in the long run, I'd put Justin Herbert over Derek Carr. I think Justin Herbert's going to be a better player than Derek Carr.
I agree.
And Derek Carr's a hell of a quarterback.
Yeah.
This, to me, it's awesome for the NFL. It's awesome to watch. And I know the Broncos gave up a lot, but the Seahawks roster is so bad right now. It's so bad right now. And you look about that quarterback battle you're going to have brewing over there, nobody's impressed by that.
Geno Smith
And Drew Lock battling it out for the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl.
4th place.
Fantastic. The Broncos won this trade. And Jerry Jeudy, you talk about going from the outhouse to the penthouse. It was like, man, no Aaron Rodgers, we got Russell Wilson. Yes. And look, we'll get to Aaron in a second, but there's just no way I can look at this and not think that the Broncos won the trade. I know Noah Fant is a heck of a player. And anytime you give up 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, that's a lot. You better be getting a dog. But Russell Wilson is a dog. He's still got time. I think going to an offense to me, because if you look at the Seahawks, Pete Carroll's really kind of a run the ball, ground and pound a little bit type of guy. So when with him going to the Broncos, I think it's a good fit for Russell. It's going to be a little colder in certain times. But if I'm a Broncos fan, to quote Jerry Jeudy on Twitter, we lit.
Robbery.
Absolutely. John
robbery.
Dillinger?
Seahawks got robbed.
John
what
Dillinger?
Are you doing?
With all that they gave up? With all that they got?
What would you have done it
I
for?
don't know if I would even made this trade. What are you getting, Drew Lock? You might as well lock me in the pantry.
It's not the players, it's the picks.
It's the picks.
It's not the players.
None of those picks are going to replace Russell Wilson.
Okay.
None of them.
You have to wait and see, though, right?
Okay,
this is what we said about the Raiders
was it a first round this year? Hold on. Was it a first round this year?
Are
any of the picks first rounds this year?
That's a good question.
Okay, if they are, what quarterback you get?
Discount double check.
I'll go get Matt Corral.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck.
I love Matt Corral.
But do you know the Seahawks, though, kind of fun fact here, have only drafted 3 Pro Bowlers, I think, in their last, 62 picks, and one of them was a punter?
No.
Dude, I forgot his name, but there's a punter at the combine who was absolutely hitting moon balloons, 70 to 80 yards. And apparently he might be the first punter ever taken in the first round.
Is it Ray Guy's son? Jay Guy? We'll look it up.
Jay Guy. Okay, but look, you can't call this trade a failure for Seattle until you see who they draft, right? You at least want to.
You better hit.
I don't think I'm not going to look at any unrealistic. Well, he's probably going to make the same impact Russell Wilson's going to make.
The Seahawks are one call away from him to call Bob the Builder to
I agree
that
with that. It's look, Russell Wilson is one of the few human beings on the planet who is special at the quarterback position and has been all the way back to college, his entire NFL career, that whenever you can go get a special guy to play quarterback for you, you do it. So
franchise-changing type of guy. Now you have that guy that you can make a run with.
For sure.
That you can make a run
Instant
with.
contender.
And who they got over there? Like Melvin Gordon, right?
You've got Sutton.
Yep.
You've got Jeudy. I mean, you lost Fan over there, but they've got some pieces. Adding Russell is such a dynamic element, and he has experience winning. He's won a Super Bowl. He understands what it takes to get there.
Yep.
He's a great guy off the field. You don't have to worry about any problems with him off the field.
Class act.
So I'm excited to see how it works.
Now you go add to the offensive line in the draft. That's what you do.
For sure.
They're middle of the road. You go add to that, and they're a contender.
I agree. What's cooking over there, Blaine?
T-Pro 83 says Russell Wilson is a system quarterback. If Denver goes to the church of number 3, which I don't know, then it can work. Wilson can't just plug and play in any system.
Go off on system
How?
QBs.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Go off on system QBs, please. Jake.
Here's
Listen to the man when he talks here.
okay. When you watch Russell Wilson and you want to talk about a system QB, I feel like we throw that term around all the time. It's like, like when you use the term game manager. Of course he's
That's
a game
his
manager.
job.
That's his job, is to manage the game. Russell Wilson, he's a dual threat guy. He can sell the play action. He can throw on the run to the left and the right. He understands ball. He can read coverages like an I Spy book. So I don't buy the system quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't get. And look, Pete Carroll, if you want to talk about system, in my opinion, didn't utilize Russell Wilson to maximize his ability. It was kind of a safer outlook on how to play offense. You look at Hackett, a Tasket, Nathaniel Hackett will run it and throw it in a big fat basket.
Wow.
Like what?
There's so much
Chris
happening.
Kirkpatrick?
Look.
And you know about realistic. Look at the Seahawks offense. If they couldn't run the ball, it was Russell Wilson just running around in the pocket and somehow Tyler Lockett being down the field 60 yards and wide open.
Hey, if you're DK Metcalf, how quick are you packing your stuff up?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh my God.
Russell Wilson.
It's like Liam Neeson when they found out, another one of his family members.
Russell Wilson is a system QB. He makes any system he plays in better.
Yes, exactly.
Without any off-the-field baggage, and he has years of service left.
but
He's
now-
a diamond in the rough.
But now, if you're Seattle, okay, no, you wouldn't do that.
You'll get
I was
Matt
thinking
Corral.
maybe you try to give some off to maybe put a first round and get a higher draft pick. I just don't know where the
Well,
first
I want to
round
see.
picks
Listen,
are.
the
I
way
don't
they
either.
can
I don't
mix
know
and
where the
match.
first round
I haven't
picks
seen
are.
it yet.
Whenever you do get picks, so there's ways you can mix and match. My thing is, if I'm Bill Belichick and I'm sitting over there, do I maybe call the Seahawks and say, hey, listen, what if I were to throw you a bone to get you over here to help Mac Jones a little bit?
You realistically look at the Broncos right now. I mean, you got Russell, right? You have Javonte Williams from North Carolina, who's a dog.
He's a dog.
You got Jerry
Him and
Jeudy.
Stone were both dogs.
You got a guy. You got Sutton
Cortland
and a
Sutton.
guy.
Yeah.
And who knows? I've been hearing some murmurs of maybe Gronk at Denver.
Whoa.
It's
Really?
Whoa.
Denver could be building
Whoa.
something that's kind of scary. You keep looking off in the distance, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and
it's like
quicker
Sim
and quicker.
City. It's like you come back, you're like, wait a minute, what happened?
Hey everybody, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and ring that bell. We're excited to be here. It's Crain and Company live 2 to 3 Central daily. Ring that bell. I want to hear it from coast to coast.